Do you remember these guys? All right. So we got Rich and we got Steven. Oh, okay. Let me go into this. Rich, I went ahead and wrote a bio for you, and I started writing this bio, and I decided to pick out a spirit animal for you. Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I picked out a spirit animal is the Energizer Bunny. Like this
There
guy
you
just
go.
goes. He's a force of nature. He's like
You've
just
had
going.
me sitting here all day long. I'll take my bite. I'll take
That's
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Rich Stanchak. I'm the vice president of Vive Collision. I'm going to do a warm transfer to my colleague, Stephen Kohut, in a minute. But I got to tell you, thank you, Ryan and Dave, for having us back. I did come on earlier, right? I wanted to get the sense of the content. And I mean that genuinely. It was wonderful and has been wonderful all day long. But I was looking for this guy, and I didn't tell you this, Ryan, that on the last meeting, and you guys see the attendees, you see all the pictures. I see Tracy there right in the middle of the screen. Well, where Tracy was or is now, there was this guy, and he had his face right up into his computer the whole time, and he was creepy. So what do you do? I look for alternatives just in case. I looked for the guy earlier. He's not on there, just in case. I put the thing on. But thank you. I am the vice president of Vive Collision. I think you would all still consider us somewhat of a startup company. We're throughout the Northeast. 2.5 years in, we do have 40 locations. They're just shy of 40 locations. And we continue the passion. And I mean that. And I'll stop there and look at it, all of you. I'm a genuine type of guy. I'm serious about this. And my role as the vice president, from the standpoint of a leadership role, is to transmit that in a genuine way to our team, as well as the real challenge that I'll tee up Stephen Kohut at the shop level, and he's our regional director on, and Brian or Ryan and David gave us some talking points to speak about how do you handle the anxiety at shop level for every position, not only an early acquisition, but how you continue to do that. So Stephen Kohut, he's a car head, everybody, for all those car heads. He drives too fast. He goes to the Daytona 500. He's ex-Mercedes, ex-Tesla. So we have an expert on all of that. He knows how to fix cars too, as well as being a wonderful leader. Go ahead,
Steve.
Good to have you, Steve.
Yep.
And Will, you're muted. We can't hear you, but it looked like you had lots of powerful things to say. So let's try that again.
He was unmuted, but his microphone's not turned on.
Yeah, it might be something with your microphone, but we believed you. It looked passionate.
Yeah.
Still nothing.
No,
still nothing.
Good.
He's like, he's screaming, but we can't hear him.
I'll pick on him a little bit. You know, Steve, he grew up in shops, actually. He's been in the industry 30 years. Like you said, he worked with Mercedes, with Tesla. So this is pretty cool. And let's see if he's got his audio back here.
How about now?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
All right.
I may know how to fix a car, but I can't work a computer.
There we go. Perfect.
So I was going to say, thank you guys. Rich, thank you for the wonderful introduction. Ryan, Dave, thank you for letting me speak to the folks. As ex-Tesla, ex-Mercedes-Benz, I love the industry. One of the things I didn't think I would ever leave the company I was at until I met Vartan and I met Rich and I came on board with Vive. And now I get to work with this wonderful team helping expand Vive across the northeastern portion of the country to help quell some of that anxiety as folks come in and we do the transitions with the business and we bring new stores on. And it's truly been a wonderful experience. I've gotten to meet a lot of new people across the Northeast. And, you know, one of the things that I think we do successfully is we have a great model. When we come out, we have processes, the playbook that we've established. And again, it's a set of guidelines. It's a living document. We learn things from each of the transitions that we do and each of the acquisitions that we do. But one of the most important things is we engage the local teams and the people that are there. And we realize it's their passion for the work and the passion for the industry that has made the business successful that we're coming into. So we like to feed off of that and make sure that we're bringing those folks in as active partners in our business as we bring them in And we have that standardization across the board. So if I were to go into another store, another state, another region, or if one of my colleagues, Rich, were to come in and help us, it seems very similar and same and successful. We're very process driven, the OEM repair processes, and we walk the line between finding those wonderful relationships with partners and the OEM repair procedures and working with the manufacturers and Rich's team. And I'll turn back over to Rich because really he has been the most masterful man that I've ever seen when it comes to balancing the fine line of those relationships and making a lot of the acquisitions and transitions as successful as they are.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen. We, across all, we go from Maine and, as I said, all the way down the coast into Long Island, New York, Pennsylvania now. And yeah, it's a divergence. For example, Maine, we were just there this week. They fix a lot of Subarus up there and trucks versus Central Jersey, where the whip, the Tesla whip can be anywhere of 25 to 30 at a time. This is unbelievable to me, right? Yeah. So our approach to that is market by market, shop by shop, keeping the identity of the acquisitions, right, without overwhelming them. This isn't somebody mentioned earlier, culture. Culture is extremely important. But again, I'm going to use this word again. If we establish that Vive culture, it's got to be a genuine, right? They've got to have the same passion that we have. You look at Vive Collision. For me, it's symbolic. You can look at our logo. You can look at the name. I can remember being at a conference and one of the large MSOs, CEO that knows us, said a couple of years ago when we were just starting out, "What's a Vive?" And I said to him, it's the genesis of what we are, right? What we did and what we started out with is to renew, to refresh, to revive the industry, revive Vive Collision. There you have it. Symbolism in our logo. You can see the chevron in it, a protection. You can see the refresh symbol in there. Three-sided people, which we talk about all the time. Process, everybody has it. I've heard that exchange throughout the morning and this afternoon. And most importantly, with yours truly, the passion that we have, I wouldn't be doing this. And I can only impart this to y'all, and hopefully you can see the genuineness in me, is the passion that I have is healthy. It's not only healthy for our staff if they have that passion as they apply their skills in the workplace, it's healthy for their lifestyle. But Jesus, I'm 80 years old and I'm kidding, but I'm probably the oldest guy on this, and I'm not looking for an end result. Most people, and it's kind of interesting, in our acquisitions, we're buying people, we're acquiring shops that are younger than me, but that's irrelevant to us. But my meaning for that is the passion that I display amongst everyone. Why are we doing it, Stephen Kohut? Why is the growth so quicker? What is the end game for us here?
Well, the end game is to keep bringing these changes and the passion that we have for the collision industry to new areas across the country. Why are we moving so fast? It's because we engage the people and focus on what they're doing right in their stores, right in what they're doing in their business. And we reward, we make sure that we focus on that positivity and that we help grow. We help take them to the next level. We're very engaged in training. We're very engaged in making sure that folks are comfortable with the processes that we drive through into the businesses. We help folks. Our turnover rate is very small compared to the rest of the industry. And I truly believe it's because we will take the time and make the investment in the people that are passionate about what we're doing in the industry. The training, we've heard many folks talk about calibrations, ADAS, all of the different things that are coming out. One of the things I know Rich jokes and teases himself about being the oldest guy in the room, There's nobody that's more ahead of the curve when it comes to looking at where the industry is going, where we need to be pivoting to make sure that our team is prepared for the next steps in the automotive collision repair industry. Rich, engaging with those new technologies, new equipment manufacturers, and having the backing of Vartan and the board and everybody that needs, that we can bring these wonderful processes and equipment into the new shops. And I think when people see us do that, when our partners, our employees, the different folks see us make that commitment and then actually act upon it, and we focus on that growth and we focus on the great things that we're doing, it just really enables us to move fast, and takes a lot of the nervousness out of going into these stores and bringing them into the Vive family.
Whether
you know
you
what
have
this
one
is.
I know, Ryan. You know,
I'm shutting you
got my own
down.
script here. One advice. We're talking
Yes,
about advice.
that's it.
Right?
Yeah.
For one shop, 40 shops, going on 50 shops, however the end game here of Vive is. And Stephen alluded to it, and I profess this internally to my company all the time. I will not allow us to be caught flat-footed. That could mean in a lot of ways, whether it be the future of ADAS, calibration internally, the onset, which was new to me. I just sent this internally, that who is chasing Tesla, Hyundai and Kia. That was just posted recently. Some of the things that affect our business that we need to be attuned, right? That Middle East war that's going on, that's affecting some of the production of some of the vehicles. So I try to keep my ear to the ground, attending some of these things, to listen to the experts, as well as whatever we can get from the public arena. All right, Brian and
Gentlemen.
Brother David, thank you again.
All right, guys.
You guys are an inspiration. Like, honestly, I could listen to you all day, and thank you for your passion, your excitement for where this industry is going, and most of all, for being a part of the summit. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay,
Thanks for having us, guys.
The Vive
Thank
crew,
you.
Steve and
Thank
Rich.
you.